It's cold outside. Temperature tonight is dropping. A balmy minus 25.
Well, our winters here in this country are brutal and cold, and the equipment, it does take a beating.
The metal gets brittler. It's a challenge.
It freezes up, your hydraulic system don't want to work.
Anytime you're running orbital motors or hydraulic pumps, when it's 35, 40 below, you're going to have problems.
I've ran the 50-ton mobile crane here since we've got it in 2002, and we do a lot of work in the winter with it. And when those hydraulics stiffen up, we have a heck of a time running our boom sections, extending them, retracting them. And it's not only that, they're so sluggish when it's so cold like this that we do shock load the crane as you're extending and retracting. It is hard on the equipment.
We've had lots of output seals, blowing out. You end up with sometimes a 400-liter spill on the ground just over an oil seal,
You've got just regular hydraulic oil in it. It's a pig fight trying to get things running. It's just like running molasses. It wreaks havoc on everything.
The oil at this temperature is extremely heavy. So, say it's a 2-hour drive out to location. By that time, your metal is twice as cold as the ambient temperature, therefore cooling off the oil and everything else around it. So when you go to kick a hydraulic in, it's just like pushing chain. Nothing wants to move.
I've seen hydraulic filters blow off. I've seen hydraulic pumps split in half because of the cold weather, the bitter cold weather.
You're always looking for some kind of a product or an additive that'll help you out and keep your downtime to a minimal as well,
Introducing AFX, a heavy-duty oil additive that keeps your equipment lubricated in the most severe weather conditions.
But since we've had FX in all of our equipment, hydraulics have never been an issue.
As the temperature drops, oil soon reaches its pour point. The pour point is the temperature at which oil will no longer flow. The result? The oil stops moving. AFX lowers the pour point while maintaining the oil's viscosity and lubricant properties. AFX reduces the pour point, allowing the same oil to be used all year round. Now watch what happens in winter conditions. At winter conditions, the 68 weight oil pours, slow as molasses. Observe what happens when AFX oil antifreeze is added to the 68 weight oils. The AFX treated oil flows freely. There are alternatives to AFX. Kerosene. However, it contaminates the oil, making it unusable in the summer. It breaks down the oil, inhibiting its lubricant properties. Synthetic oil has a low pour point, but is usually cost prohibitive.
You can put 2 units side by side, one with and one without. You can hear the difference just of the load that the motors are under when they're running. Like we tried one problematic truck that for some reason would spit the oil seals out of the orbital motor that drives a blower, and after using that, at about 30% with the hydraulic oil, the problem was gone. All our units run it now. As our new units come, we add it at about 25%. Never look back. So we have 40 plus units now. Every unit is running AFX now.
We switched to AFX, and honest to God, we haven't had any issues.
We ordered the AFX and we put it into our crane, 25% mixture we put in, and it took all the sluggishness away from the crane. We had nice smooth controls again, and it worked good all winter. We left it in all winter. It worked very well all summer without overheating. We watched our temperature gauge in the summertime. We never had to touch it, and it's still in there this winter from last winter, and it is working well.
It works great. Last year I was working out in the field and I didn't have that AFX in it, and this year I have it in there and I hadn't had a problem since.
If it would have been known 10 years ago, I tell you, my life would have been a lot easier.
Sorry, Frank. AFX has been manufactured by Elliott Petroleum for over 25 years. Guess it's a best-kept secret.